black men and our boys and their families, then what's going to happen is we're not going to have that access. Okay.
Yes.
So what we did was we wanted to go where there was the need. So the need was at the barber shop,
Mhm.
because everybody goes to the barber shop. Everybody
Facts.
has those needs of getting groomed, and conversations. We talk about politics, we talk about relationships, we talk about racism, we talk about sex. Barbershops have been the black mecca for centuries.
Yes.
Even I remember reading something over in the motherland where barbershops were the place for our leaders to have conversations. Because
Yes.
if you look at it like this, we couldn't go to a diner, we couldn't go to an establishment to have these important conversations around our mental health. See, so what we did was we said, look, okay, then that's when the leader said, we're going to go to the barbershop. So the barbershop is our safe haven. The barbershop is definitely a place where we can be ourselves
Hmm.
as
Hmm.
black men and women, and as children as well, you know. And so that's where we started. And then we're getting ready to go on a tour here next year. Gillette, 5, we're going to go to 5 cities, and we're going to more cities. Okay. And my calendar is actually filling up right now as we speak, because I'm really focusing on going to other regions of the country, because right now we have over 9 ambassadors in our different areas of the state, where we have barber ambassadors that will be teaching from a curriculum
Oh
that we
wow.
developed. So basically, those wraparound services, because a lot of barbers don't know about home ownership. They don't know about you know uh, personal and professional development. They don't have health insurance. Those are the things that are important to our communities. When we don't have access to those services, guess what happened? Then we end up dying, because we don't have the access to services.
Yes.
So for us at the Confess Project, we're innovative, we're unapologetic, and we're about our communities of color.
Beautiful.
Because the fact is that we know that the barbers have power. The barbers have influence. They have purpose. They have integrity. These are not just barbers. They're family men. They're community leaders. They're activists on the
Mhm.
ground. So the barbers are given the power. But guess what? We also train law enforcement. We train, community members as well. If you go to our website, you go under virtual learning. We have an actual school where we train our barbers. We train on trauma informed care. We train also on ACEs, adverse childhood experiences as well, and we also do a
Okay.
QPR training as well, suicide training. So we have these services that we can provide to community organizations, community leaders, and also citizens, so they'll be well equipped.
Excellent. I mean, this is like, this is all around. This is all around. I don't think there's anything of its kind anywhere else. You know.
Right, exactly, because like you said, behind you said that we're the first national barbershop movement. And so what we pride ourselves on being the leaders, but not only leading, but also being transparent and being authentic. Because in this work, this is heavy work. This is extreme work that takes a lot of grit, a lot of passion, a lot of development. And we at the Confess Project, we pride ourselves on that. And we love our community. We love our community. And during this pandemic, we've had virtual trainings for our barbers as well. I mean, when this pandemic first hit in March, we had to come together and say, you know what, we need to find innovative ways to reach our audience. So we had
Yes.
to
Yes.
utilize Zooms, we had to utilize coalition calls. We also do webinars as well. So in my department, that's what I oversee. I oversee the barbers. I oversee the engagement piece, where I do a lot of engagement with our barbers all across our cities. Like I said, we're in 16 cities, so I connect with barbers from all over the country. And we also have a referral system where we vet therapists. So just for instance, if we have a person that needs mental health services in a particular city, we can refer them to a therapist that has partnered with us
Okay.
to receive mental health services.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Rice. Now, for example, I got a friend that I interviewed on this podcast 2 weeks ago. He literally just started his own barbershop in a city right outside of Detroit in Belleville, Michigan. It's called Clipper Vision Barbershop Company.
Right.
Like, what steps would he go about in order to join this coalition, to sign up and become?
So what will happen is he would need to contact the Confess Project. He can go to www.theconfessproject.com and go under Join the Coalition.
So www.theconfessproject.com, and then you said click under
Join the Coalition.
Join the coalition. Okay.
Once he joins the coalition, then what will happen? It will come to me, and I will be in contact with him. I'm gonna let people know this too as well. We are really serious about barbers really wanting to be a part of this movement. Please, whatever you do, take a stand and look in the mirror and look at your families. Even if you have children, say, what can I do to make their lives better? Because guess what? At any given time, that barber can save a life. It's about impact, save lives.
Yes, sir.
It's important to do that. But a lot of times, I understand we have our personal lives. I get that. But we got to work out. Start from within that we've experienced in our lives. We can talk about historical trauma. We can talk about family trauma. We can talk about, all these different traumas. But until we really say, okay, let me start somewhere. Then we're able to help our families and help our friends and colleagues. Because, a lot of us, we get so in the rut of life, and we really don't really say, okay, let me take care of myself first, and then I can take care of someone else that's going through crisis. But if you have a resource for them, you can say, hey, I got a resource for you. See, we have 4 principles. Active listening. I'm listening to you for clarification. I'm not just listening to solve your problem. Number 2, hey, you look good today, brother. I love you. I care about you. Validation. Man, I know you had a hard time. You and your wife, your girlfriend, you guys had a hard time. I'm here for you. How can I support you right now? And stigma reduction around mental health and breaking the stigma around mental illness, because that's important.
Yes.
That is important. In the Black community, we don't talk about mental health. We don't talk about mental illness. We don't, because it's so taboo. So, that's what we do. And we, like I said, we pride ourselves on this. And this barbershop movement has taken us a great deal. I mean, right now like I said, the calendar is filling up. But what I'm wanting to do, any barbers that are watching this podcast, please go to the website and sign up, and go to our table where you can get trained up. What happens is, if you go to www.theconfessproject.com, go to virtual learning, you go down and scroll down beyond the shop.
Say that one more time, Mr. Rice. Your voice had cut off.
You will scroll down. You will be able to get a certificate. So
Oh, we lost our guest. Hope he hops back on. So for licensed barbers, he said go to www.theconfessproject.com. Click join the coalition. Contact Mr. Darnell. Okay, you got cut off. I'm like, uh-oh.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay. So what did you get?
Your audio cut off again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Your
You know,
audio was cutting off. I thought I lost you again.
okay. So uh,
Wait, let's see. Mr. Rice, could you hop off and hop back on and re-upload your connection?